Welcome back. Welcome to our digital classroom. In the fifth part of this video series, I'm going to discuss with you all the major crops, food crops and cash crops. So without much delay, let's get started. First of all, we'll see the difference between food crops and cash crops. Food crops are produced for use as food, either for sale at commercial level or for the use by the grower, whereas cash crops are produced for sale and to gain profits. That is what the basic difference between food crops and cash crops. Now, food crops. There are various food crops, but as I'm dealing with standard 6, I'm going to discuss only the three food crops which is very famous all over the world. The first one, that is wheat. Wheat is probably originated in Asia and the Middle East countries. When we talk about the areas of wheat cultivation, wheat is cultivated in prairies of North America, pampas of Argentina, velds of South Africa, downs of Australia, and steppes of Europe. So these are the particular places where wheat cultivation, the areas of wheat cultivations are there. Then we talk about climatic conditions. Climatic conditions which is required for wheat cultivation. So the very first point, that is warm and sunny day. Moderate rainfall is needed. Moderate means 25 centimeter to 90 centimeter. That is what moderate. If we talk about above 100, that will be high rainfall is needed. So high rainfall is not needed. Moderate rainfall is needed in wheat. Then, which kind of land is needed? So, plain, leveled land. Okay. Now, the next one is well drained, loamy soil. Okay. So, that kind of soil is needed for wheat cultivation. And the last point, that is a frost free period about 100 days is required for good ripening of wheat. So, that you need to understand that for 100 days, around 3 months, frost free period means no precipitation, that is required for good ripening of the wheat. Frost means that snow or that rainfall, so that is not needed. Now the next one, that is rice. Rice is also called paddy. It is the staple food of more than half of the world's population. Now the next one, that is areas of cultivation. So what are the major areas of rice cultivation? They are: rice is grown in highly populated areas, for example, China, Japan, Southeast Asia, India, and Bangladesh. When we talk about the climatic conditions required for rice cultivation, so that is moderate temperature. Moderate temperature means 20 degrees centigrade to 25 degrees centigrade. Now, when we talk about annual rainfall, so that should be about 125 centimeter in the growing season. So 125 centimeter in the growing season we are talking about. Now the next one, which kind of soil is needed? So rich alluvial soil. So fertile soil must be there. And that is why you might have heard about in India, particularly when we talk about in central India, rice is cultivated in a vast extent. Now the next one is, it is a labor intensive crop, means people are required more and more. A large labor force is required to raise and harvest the crop. So that is what I have written in short way, in the shortest possible way: labor intensive crop. So rice is a labor intensive crop. Now the next one is sugarcane. Areas of sugarcane cultivation, that is Brazil, Cuba, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, Thailand, and China. So these are the countries where sugarcane is cultivated, and they are the important areas of sugarcane cultivation. Now Cuba, that is also known as sugar bowl of the world. Now, climatic conditions, if we talk about sugarcane, which is for sugarcane cultivation, what is the climatic condition required? So, that temperature should be 21 degree centigrade to 27 degree centigrade. Here I've written 20, that is also almost the same. So 20 to 27 degree centigrade. Now annual rainfall must be more than 150 centimeter. So it should be more than, so more and more water is needed. Now the next one, that is well drained fertile soil. So soil should be fertile. As we have read in rice cultivation, just like that in sugarcane cultivation also, fertile soil is needed. Now the next one is huge labor force. Now huge labor force is required means many people are required in order to cultivate sugarcane. Now we have talked about the three, as I've already told you that as per seeing your standard, you are in standard 6. So I'm going to discuss only about three. So first of all, we have discussed about wheat, then we discussed about rice, and then we discussed about sugarcane. Now let's move towards cash crops. Now what are cash crops? As I've already told you that cash crops are produced for sale, and it is cultivated, or it is it is cropped just to gain profit. So it is for commercial purpose, it is for gain profit. Now in this particular module we are going to talk about two cash crops. First one is cotton and the second one is jute. Now cotton, when we talk about cotton, cotton is believed to be the original, India is believed to be the original home of cotton. It is also one of the major raw material required for cotton textile industry. So we can say that it is the major raw material which is required particularly in India when we talk about in for cotton textile industry, and it is believed to be the original, India is believed to be the original home of cotton. That you need to remember. It can be asked in one for 1 mark. You can be given fill in the blanks. It can be one of the questions that which country is believed to be the original home of cotton. Then you have to write India. Now, then we talk about areas of cultivation. So, areas of cultivation, that is North America, Africa, West Asia, India, Pakistan, etc., are the main areas of cotton cultivation. So, these are the main areas. Then we talk about climatic conditions. So, climatic conditions, you remember, black cotton soil is needed for good production of cotton. Okay, so what you need to remember here, that is black soil. For cotton cultivation, black soil is needed. Then comes, it requires high temperature. So, not moderate temperature, high temperature is needed. Then 210 frost free days and sunshine are required for its growth. And the last point, that is less rainfall that is required. So these are the conditions which are required, these are the climatic conditions which are required for cotton. Now when we talk about jute, it is mainly used for making bags, for making sacks, and it is, in India particularly, it is used widely. It is also known as golden fiber. So that you need to remember. Again, I want to tell you that it can be asked for 1 mark. So you need to remember that. So it is also known as golden fiber. Then we talk about areas of cultivation. So India, China, Bangladesh. So these countries are the three major producers of jute in the world. Now the next one is climatic conditions which is required for jute cultivation. So there are basically two climatic conditions you need to remember, students. First one, that is well drained fertile soil. Okay, so well drained fertile alluvial soil is needed, and the next one is high humid temperature. So these are the two climatic conditions which are needed in order to cultivate jute. So students, in this module we have talked about food crops and cash crops. Let's revise what we have done from the beginning. First of all, we have done the difference between food crops and cash crops. As I've already told you that food crops, it is produced for use as food. It can be either for sale at commercial level or for the use by the grower. Whereas cash crops is produced for sale and to gain profits. Then food crops, basically three types of food crops we have discussed. First one is wheat, that is popularly and probably originated in Asia and Middle East countries. And the areas of cultivation when we talk about, so prairies, pampas, velds, downs, and steppes, these are the areas of cultivation. Climatic conditions, so far as it is concerned, so warm sunny day, moderate rainfall, plain leveled land surface, well drained loamy soil, and frost free period, especially for the ripening season. Then we talked about rice, that is also known as paddy. It is the staple food for more than half of the world's population. Then the areas of cultivation, if we talk about, so China, Japan, Southeast Asia, India, and Bangladesh, these are the areas of cultivation. Climatic conditions, moderate temperature, annual rainfall, rich alluvial soil, labor intensive crops. So these small short points you need to remember. Then sugarcane. Sugarcane is cultivated in Brazil, Cuba, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, Thailand, and China. There are many more countries also which I have not included. Now, climatic conditions for sugarcane cultivation, that is moderate temperature, annual rainfall, fertile soil, and huge labor force, means many people are required. Then we talked about cash crops. So basically, in this module, we have talked about two cash crops. The first one is cotton, which is India is considered the original home for cotton, and it is cultivated in North America, Africa. Sorry, students, here by mistake it's written Afri, but it should be Africa. India, Pakistan, West Asia, and climatic conditions, that is high temperature, less annual rainfall, black soil, and frost free days and sunshine. Now, the last one which we have discussed about jute, so it is also known as golden fiber. Areas of cultivation, when we talk about, so there are three major producers of jute in the entire world, and they are India, China, and Bangladesh. And climatic conditions, it's very easy to remember, only 2 points: high humid temperature and well drained fertile alluvial soil. So students, in this video, we have talked about food crops and cash crops. This is your assignment, the fifth assignment. And what you need to do, that you have to make columns for areas and climatic conditions. First question, that is wheat. So you have to write about what are the areas where wheat is cultivated and climatic conditions, any three. Similarly, you have to do the same thing in the second question also. You have to write what are the areas where rice is cultivated and what are the climatic conditions required for cultivation of rice. So students, this is your assignment. I hope that you are doing all your assignments which I have already given you previously also. And don't forget to do the assignment on your geography copy, not any paper, not on any sheet, only on your geography copy. Now, in the next video, we will be talking about Green Revolution and what was the impact of Green Revolution. Now, who was the pioneer of that? And after that, we will be discussing about the question answers related to this chapter. In the next video, this chapter will be over. So get ready for the question answers also. I'll see you in the next video, students. Till then, take care. Bye bye.